Trade reports are really starting to heat up surrounding the Los Angeles Lakers and big man Walker Kessler, as numerous new reports and rumors are circulating surrounding the Lakers' pursuit of the center. We're going to break down those reports and discuss what this means going forward as the Lakers are interested in making a big splash. Stay tuned for all that in this episode, folks. But before we get into it, if you're a part of the 83% who aren't subscribed to the channel, this is the place to be for daily Lakers content. And if you're enjoying the content, we're less than 700, around 700 subscribers away from 5,000. So if you want to help us towards that goal, make sure to smash that subscribe button. We're over 4,200 subs right now, and it's been a big goal of ours for a while to hit 5,000. So thank you guys for continued support as well. I'll see you guys down below. But ladies and gentlemen, the Lakers are coming off of a huge win against the Hawks. LeBron looks great. We also have some comments from LeBron about his play so far this season, which we're going to dive into. But I want to start with this. And this report dropped. There's a bunch of different reports that are flying. This one from Jake Fisher. We have some other trades that have Lakers fans pretty fired up surrounding Walker Kessler, so a ton to dive into here. But you can see this here. Enjoy Jake Fisher's NBA Rumors chat. He says Sexton and Clarkson are both available, but he thinks that the Jazz prefer to keep Walker Kessler. It would take a major package to entice them to move him, and not the one that initial, Los Angeles Lakers, fans or everyone's suggesting. So this dropped a couple days ago, and then obviously you think about now. This dropped yesterday, so you think about now what happened from there. Since then, there's been a few new reports saying that the Jazz, and I see you guys down below, there were initial reports the Jazz aren't super interested in moving Walker Kessler, but then there's also been some reports saying that they're willing to both move Jordan Clarkson, Sexton, and Walker Kessler. And you can see this here. This was from earlier tonight where he put up 14 and 16 in 26 minutes. Just a perfect backup center role for this Los Angeles Lakers team, which we'll dive into later. But this trade has been flying around Twitter. It's been flying around Lakers land. It is from Bleacher Report, and it has the Lakers getting Walker Kessler in exchange for Christian Wood and technically 2 firsts. So a 2029 first, and then the removal of the top 4 protection on the Lakers 2027 first rounder. Now, if you're unfamiliar and you haven't been watching the videos in the channel, or if you haven't been keeping up with the trades over the past few years with the Lakers, the Jazz currently own the Lakers 2027 first round pick. You can see this here at the bottom. Note, the Lakers previously sent the 2027 first rounder to Utah in the Russell Westbrook trade. It will only be conveyed if the Lakers are in the 5 to 30 range. Otherwise, it will send its 2027 second rounder. If the Lakers win the lottery, their second rounder will go to the Nets. After the Kessler trade, the 2027 second rounder will still go to the Nets or Jazz, with the adjustment removing protection in the first round. So basically, it removes the top 4 protection from the draft pick in 2027, and then also gives them an unprotected or maybe a top 5 protected 2029 first rounder, and then, of course, salary to match in Christian Wood. Now, if you're watching this, let me know down below, would you do this deal? And there's a lot of different thoughts about this trade specifically, and I think it's an interesting one. Regarding the top 4 protection of the Lakers 2027 first, I don't think the Lakers are going to be a lottery team in 2027. Let's assume LeBron James retires or he's no longer a Laker. You still have, at least at this point, Anthony Davis, who will be aging a little bit and will definitely be getting up there in his 30s. But I do think that he is still enough, along with some of the young guys the Lakers have, to continue. And I'm sure they'll bring in free agents. Obviously, the Lakers are a hot destination for free agents. I think there's just too much, I think there's a lot of players that can develop, and I think there's a lot of upside with the Lakers in general, to the point where I don't think they're going to be a lottery team. Not saying it hasn't happened. We saw it a few years ago with Lonzo Ball and all these different things, but it is possible that it is a lottery team, which is why this, protection removal makes sense. The 2029 first rounder is also interesting as well. We have no idea what's going to happen 4 years from now, 5 years from now with the Lakers in 2029, and that's where the lottery ticket comes in for the Jazz. And what's interesting about this is we've heard numerous reports basically saying that one of the Jazz hesitancies in trading with the Lakers is because they own their 2027 first round pick. So why would you want to give a young, center in Walker Kessler to the Lakers that makes them better going forward and potentially in 2027? But the removal of the pick kind of helps towards that a little bit. So it's a very interesting one. I think if you're the Lakers, you probably strongly consider this move. And this is what fans have been saying. You can see this from Sebastian. No other team has given them 2 first-round picks for Kessler, so I think eventually he will be a Laker. That's from Sebastian L82, just his opinion, Lakers fans' opinion. Yep, Lakers likely have the best offer out there, and it's the one Pincus referenced yesterday in his article. And that's Eric Pincus. He basically came out and said some other things about the Lakers and their current, how they have multiple offer, they're preparing multiple packages for guys. Walker Kessler, they could easily offer the highest offer among teams that are interested, because obviously there are other teams, the Thunder and things like that have great, picks and a ton of picks, whether it's the Rockets, whether it's the Nets, whether it's the Thunder. But the Thunder obviously have Isaiah Hartenstein. They have, a lot of not necessarily a lot of centers. They don't need Walker Kessler at all. They have Isaiah Hartenstein, Chet Holmgren when healthy, all these different things. So when you're looking at actual teams that could use a backup center of, Walker Kessler's degree, not many teams need it. The Brooklyn Nets aren't going to give up assets for a win now center unless they're trying and they think that he could be the center of their future. But they obviously have Nick Claxton. Thunder have Isaiah Hartenstein, Chet Holmgren. You think about many of the other teams. Not many teams are going to be willing to give up even maybe a first round pick for a guy like Walker Kessler. And we've seen players similar to this in previous years go for a first, maybe a first in a couple of seconds. You think back to the Jakob Poeltl with the Raptors. They gave up a first and 2 second-round picks. Now, Walker Kessler and Jakob Poeltl, similar in some ways. Obviously, Jakob Poeltl with the Spurs is very good defensively. Kessler is very good defensively in a different way. Kessler's a bit better of a scorer, younger. So if a late 20s Jakob Poeltl got a first in 2 seconds, granted the market's different, you'd expect the Walker Kessler can maybe net you 2 first, or at least a first in some sort of swap, or in this case, a protection removal of the 2027 first round pick. And again, he's been a noticeable bright spot, career highs across the boards, 10 rebounds. And again, he's been playing very well. And we've seen chatter linking teams like the Lakers to Kessler with an interest in upgrading their big man rotation. Utah holds a 2022 first round pick in high regard, which of course Walker Kessler drafted in 2022. So, and the latest report about them, they want a big package. And that's where this comes from. Things are starting to heat up because, you think about a trade like this. This is a package that if you're the Jazz, you have to strongly consider, because you're getting Christian Wood, which is just salary matching, and you're getting a first rounder in 2029, which is pretty valuable. And you're also getting a top, the top 4 protection removed. And if you really think the Lakers aren't going to be great in 2027, now there is some kind of counterintuitiveness to this, because Kessler is going to help them be better in 2027, assuming he's still a Laker then. So is it really that big of a deal? But if they're stuck on a first round pick, let's say the Lakers offer at this point is Christian Wood in a first in 2029, you could go ahead, and if you're the Jazz, say, okay, we want this, protection removed, which could end up being very good for them. It's something to consider, and it's very creative. And we've seen some other creative trades regarding Kessler and Sexton, Gabe Vincent, Jared Vanderbilt, basically just salary matching the top 4 protections off the first round pick, and then a 2029 first and a 2025 second. So this one's a bit more interesting because it's very similar to just the Walker Kessler one. The first round picks are the same. Obviously, you have to include more players to match. Jalen Hood-Schifino just salary. Jared Vanderbilt, I don't think the Jazz have much interest in. He's on a pretty bad contract relative to what other teams would want to give him at this moment because of his injuries. Gabe Vincent, also not a great contract. Hasn't been playing great. Has been playing a lot better as of late, though. So this is another interesting one. But you're throwing in a second round pick. So it's almost like you're just giving up a second and some salary for Colin Sexton, which I think is probably worth a bit more than that. But if this gets a deal done, I would love this as well. Sexton can come off the bench, be phenomenal, bench point guard / scorer, kind of help be the backup point guard instead of Shake Milton. There's a lot of different things here. So let me know down below what your thoughts. There's a lot of different things here. And let me know down below what your thoughts are on this trade, along with this and the latest rumors that are heating up. Quickly before we wrap up, LeBron spoke out about his motivation to keep playing. I don't even know at this point. I just love the game. My son is over there. Give me more inspiration and reason to be out there. And I still have a little left in the tank. Obviously, drafting Bronny is actually proved to be pretty solid. He's playing really well in the G League. He gave LeBron a bit of an extra, boost to help perform this season. He's been playing really well since he's come back, albeit in very limited playing time in games. He's looked very solid. And if LeBron can keep this up, this is why fans are clamoring to go all in. They're very close now to the 2nd seed in the West. They're playing phenomenal, and we're going to keep you up to date with all the latest Lakers news, post-game videos, everything. This is the place to be for everything Lakers news, so make sure to smash that subscribe button if you want to help us towards the goal of 5,000 subscribers, and let me know down below what your thoughts are specifically on these trades. Would you do it? Would you not? Let me know. Thank you guys for watching. See you later.